welcome back to Matt's Grill. It's been a while since we've done a barbecue video, but today we're doing our holiday turkey. So you're going to get to see everything soup to nuts. We're starting the day before. We won't be cooking the turkey until the morning, but we're going to start out with a brine. If you've never brined your turkey before, once you do it the first time, you'll take the time needed to do it every time. You can read a lot about brining turkey and other types of meat on the internet, but it's really easy to do. So we're starting here with some chicken broth. A couple other spices we'll add here that we'll show you what they are as we put them in. We'll bring this to a simmer, almost a boil, let it cool to room temperature. And while this is heating up, we'll be busy going and filling up a lot of water jugs and putting them in our second refrigerator. Okay, got the heat going. So, you need salt, lots of salt. Calls for a cup. I'm only going to use a half a cup. And what this does is, as the turkey sits inside the brine overnight, it goes through what's called osmosis. And osmosis makes the inside of the turkey balance with what's on the outside of the turkey, therefore making it taste like what your brine is in, and makes it much more juicy and full of flavor. Good to me. I'm going to go a little easy on salt just to be careful. We don't want our turkey to be too salty. And we'll let this heat up a little bit before we put our other spices in, and we'll get that salt melted really good. Okay, our salt is all dissolved in the broth now, the brine now. So now we're going to put a teaspoon of thyme, and a teaspoon of sage, and a teaspoon of rosemary. Now you can make your brine however you want. Whatever you put in the brine, the turkey will draw it in overnight. Alright, we'll give it a good stir. Salt is always the basis of the brine, and the salt really does make the turkey a lot more juicy, but to counteract that salt so it doesn't taste overbearing, add some sugar, and that'll balance it out. Now today, decided to try something a little bit new, and that is we're going to make ours an apple brine. Got a nice red apple that we've cut up here. Give it some good sweet flavor, and we're also going to use some apple juice Do about 32 ounces of apple juice. Fresh apple juice. Alright. That's all of our ingredients. Now we're just going to let it start to simmer, and we'll turn it off right before it boils. And we're going to go fill up a bunch of water jugs full of cool water so we can be ready to put this turkey in the bucket tonight about 8 o'clock. See you in a little while. Alright, the brine is just about to boil here, so we're going to turn the heat off. Stir it one more time. We just tasted it. It's got a nice salt and sugar taste to it. We just filled up about 4 gallons of water. We've got that in the refrigerator chilling. We'll let this cool to room temperature, and by 8 o'clock tonight we'll see you again, and we'll put the turkey in the bucket.
Here we're pouring the water into the 5-gallon bucket with the brine that we poured in here. And this is what we're going to put the turkey in, the 5-gallon bucket.
Alright. I want to get some water mixed in with the brine there to dilute it a little bit. We're going to put the turkey in it, and then we'll cover him up with water the rest of the way up the bucket. Alright, down he goes. He's going for a deep swim. Let him fill up with water in the middle. And he'll spend the night in there. Put a little more water on it and we'll be good. Well, good morning everyone. We got up at 6 and got the turkey bird out of the bucket. Poured all the brine out and washed him real good. Rinsed him off, that is. And took a paper towel and dried him off. He's back in the refrigerator now. Setting the grill up for indirect heat. And have a good bit of unlit coals here. I'm going to light some hot coals and in the charcoal chimney. I'll show you that over here. Once these are hot, we'll just lay them right over top of those cold ones. We won't have to add charcoal all day. These coals will be ready in about 15 minutes. Give us enough time to get inside and tie the bird up. Alright, got our turkey bird out. You see I got a roasting pan here with a little rack inside there. We'll set them up there and cook, and since we did an apple flavored brine, we'll throw a couple apples inside of him there and let him roast up. Gotta cut that one too. Alright, and here we're going to inject him with a little bit of Tony Casters, just a little butter sauce, add a little flavor. I don't want to put too much in there since we did brine him. We're going to go kind of easy here. And we'll cook him breast side down at first before we flip him. Looks like our coals are about ready over there. Now we're just going to put a little, this is some chicken rub that I got at a barbecue cook-off a while back. somebody was selling. It's really good on chicken, so we're just going to put a light little rub here on the turkey. Just enough to give them a little color. Once you learn how to do this, you'll do it at home for sure. Alright, time for some fire. Take them and spread them out a little bit so they'll burn evenly down through those unlit coals as the day goes on. We normally have this bird on here, we'll do about 35 minutes a pound, and he's 10 pounds, so we're looking at about 5 hours, just over 5 hours for the cook today. The thing I like about these fires here is they burn all day and I don't have to add coals throughout the day. I've had fires like this that I've made and they burn for 10 hours. Alright? And it's time for our Thanksgiving turkey bird to go on the grill. Coals going. Let's see if we've got room here for the lid. Yep. Just enough. Now we're going to take some chicken stock, pour it underneath the turkey, and we'll baste it with that throughout the day. Alright. Looking good. I will put our thermometer in him so we can watch him get hot all day. Chips on him and let him start smoking. And we'll keep him to 300 degrees. That's it.
For more, go to MOBBQ1 at youtube.com.